Hey guys, what's going on? How you doing, guys? Welcome to Sports Talk. Giants executive, Giants senior scout has been spending a lot of time with Shedeur Sanders, on Colorado Buffalo's quarterback. They've been spending a lot of time with him, working out with him, seeing what he does. One of the senior scout, I said, I quote, I'm sure that Sanders has the speed of Michael Vick and the ability the ability of Tom Brady. Tom Brady's his accuracy. Matter of fact, so Shedeur Sanders. You saw what Deion Sanders said. What he wanted his kids to play, the team he wanted his kids to play for. People were just complaining and saying, "Oh man, you shouldn't say that." But hey, he did what he did. But anyway, before we talk about Shedeur Sanders, I want to you see Jacksonville Jaguar, who pick their quarterback Trevor Lawrence. They just signed him to a 5-year, $275 million contract extension with $200 million guaranteed. And he's earned that for what he's done. He's earned that to making $55 million, which is the same thing you see from Joe Burrow, making $55 million. They are the new highest paid player in the league for what they're doing. So you gotta give credit to them, both of them. Do they worth the money? Yeah, they're a good quarterback. Trevor Lawrence did a lot for the Jaguars. So does Joe Burrow. Even though he got hurt, but you see the progression every year coming in, and then of course they had the right coach. If Trevor Lawrence went to a different team, would he have the same success? No, because the coaches and the coaching staff, so that's great. That's great for him. Atlanta Falcon. The Atlanta Falcons was they had some money to pay. Atlanta Falcons had some money to pay. They will forfeit their original 2025 fifth-round draft picks and pay a $250,000 fine, while the GM Terry Fantona, he's been fined $50,000. Right, so they had proper contact with Kirk Cousins, league tampering, whatever. Everybody does it, man. But there's a lot of things that the league could have focused on. But $250,000. So well, you're looking at $300,000 for the organization, $50,000 coming out of the GM. And $250 for the organization, but the GM's not paying that 50 grand. Arthur Blank paying that and getting the tax write-off. The New York Knicks planning to hire Maurice Cheeks as an assistant on Tom Thibodeau coaching staff for next year. So he's joining that. That would be good for the Knicks. He's a good coach. And having the experience, that would be a good thing, for them. Anyway, man, not to overlook Joe Mazzulla's as coach. The guy's a great coach. He's done a great job. You see from the final, the adjustment, his quick adjustment for the lineup. So even though you see Porzingis was out on game 3. But to be able to make the adjustment to, and when you have Drew Holiday as well, on your team, man, that's a great thing, man. So shout out to them, for a job well done. Anyway, so let's go back to Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders will be a Giant, and it's early, right? It's very early to see. I mean, scout, of course, always going to the player that they're gonna want. The Giants, they don't want their coin. They don't give a damn for the current quarterback. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So Giants didn't want Daniel Jones. You give him $160 million, almost $200 million, and they didn't give it. They don't care about him. So because they know, well, they just figured out it wasn't the quarterback that made him relevant. It was the running back, and they bet on the wrong horse. And they were trying to get Drake May. That's what they were trying to get to get. But New England Patriots came out and beat him out of it. So they're scrumming around, to having Malik Nabers, there. You want a true quarterback to give him, to give him make them bring them back to relevance, right? So it's not uncommon to have scout going to visit players, but this time around to have the senior scout and also executive going and to going to his house. They had dinner with him. They had dinner with him. They had a few scrimmage with him at his house, at his backyard. It's been great. But Shedeur Sanders, if you look at last season, the guy 6'2", 215, the way he played, obviously he's tough. You see that the offensive line for the Buffaloes were trash, and he's getting hit a lot. Broken ribs and all, he still play. And the Giants, they love that. You know what I mean? The coaching staff, everybody loved that. You saw last season 3,300 yards, 27 touchdown, 3 interception, and 64% QBR rating. You know what I mean? So that's not bad. And to have him playing like that, man, that's just insane. So you look at what he does, right? You look at what he does in 2021, right? You look at from 2021 at Jackson State. 272 completion, 413 attempt for 66% completion percentage. 3,300 yards, right? 3,300 yards, 7.8 yard average, right? 30 touchdown, 8 interception. The longest was 74. He was sacked 35 times, right? And that was at Jackson State. You know what I mean? And those sacks again weren't because of him. It was just like those lines weren't good, and that's something Deion Sanders changed this year because you saw his son getting hit like that, back to back. So he's changing that. More than that, since from 2021, 2022, 341 completion, 483 attempt, 71%, 38,000 yards, right? 38,000 yards passing, 7.7 yards average, 40 touchdowns, 6 interception. The longest was 86 yards. He was sacked 23 times. And then you saw a Colorado 298 completion, 430 attempt, 70%, 70% completion, 3,300 yards, 7.5 average, 27 touchdown, 3 interception. All right, so because you see, this is not a guy that likes to do interception. So the progression, the interception, all that stuff is lowering for him. You know what I mean? And also carrying the ball. You know what I mean? So for carry, of course, 2021, you carry the ball, you rush for 103 yards. 2022, 85 at Jackson State, and last year you saw for 111. And 3 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. So, and those are long bombs. To have 30 yards, 42 and 38. So he's done a lot to put himself in a position for the team to be successful, and which is something that the Giants looking at. What he does, his ability to extend the yard, to extend the game, to keep the game going, You know, and that will be big for for the New York Giants to be able to get a quarterback like that to come in that system. You know what I mean? To come in that system to to play. So so there's no surprise. Like I said, scout usually always go to games. They always go to see players. But to be at to have senior scouts only come out when they know this is the guy. No matter what, this is the guy they're gonna go for. You know what I mean? That's what they do. They spend a lot of time with him, going to his house, spending time with him to have breakfast with him. They had dinner with him. They took him out for for brunch, and I was great. And then to be out there the next day, to come in, they brought in some players from the Buffaloes to be out there with him, to play, and to see him throwing the ball in person. And they had a few plays they put in there for him, and he was able to dissect those plays, and you know what I mean. So and that's something that you know what I mean. So teams are not going above and beyond. They're not doing all this just for show. So we know that for for a fact. This is a done deal. You know, the Giants they're gonna go all in after their quarterback, and Shedeur Sanders is that guy that they want. Shedeur Sanders will be the guy that they put all the eggs in a basket for, and that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great for the Giants to bring them back to relevance, because Daniel Jones is not the guy. Daniel Jones been wasting his time. You know what I mean? And they don't even want him in the building. But you know what I mean? So to be able to, they want see what the coaching staff looking at. They want to be consistent, right? And which is something that Daniel Jones haven't been able to do. You know what I mean? So he haven't been able to do that, to be consistent when they want him to be consistent. He haven't been able to do that. So you give him, like I said, Brian Daboll, push for the Giants to give him the money where he should have pushed for for his running back to get the money. But like I said, the Eagles is a better benefactor of their mistakes, and he's gonna do a great job for the Eagles. Saquon Barkley, that is, you know what I mean. So, but you saw what Daboll was able to do, coach up with Josh Allen, to transition Josh Allen to a better quarterback that he is now. So I think that they will do a lot. You know what I mean? They will be able to do a lot with that. Let me say this: the Buffalo Bills will not make the 2024, 2025 playoffs. They will not. Denver will not make the playoffs. J.J. McCarthy will be a bust in Minnesota Vikings. Those are those are clear shots, but that's what it is. You got to call a spade a spade. You got to call it like it is. But this is what it is, man. But the Giants are ready to put to do all in with Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders will be the quarterback for the New York Giants, and this is who they're going after. This is who they've been spending time with, and that's what it is, man. Anyway, man, sports talk. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace out.